What's up, guys? It's Nick from Nick's Movie Picks, and tonight we got a special night. We're doing our first podcast on the show. We're going to get into some comic book news, comic book movies, just talking it out. We're going to be amongst some friends here, like a normal conversation. So tonight, like I said, we're going to be talking about movies, specifically 4 movies that have come out in 2016 as of right now. We have Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice. We have the Deadpool movie. We have Captain America Civil War and X-Men Apocalypse. Now tonight, in the podcast, I have one of my best friends. We have...
Hey, what's up, guys? This is M.Lord from M.Lord Productions, a.k.a. Producer Die, and I'm here to talk about some movies.
And on to my right...
What up, guys? Big Hal. And I am Mr. Marvel. Mr. Marvel everything. And a huge shout out to, real quickly, I want to give a huge shout out to my boys over at Jeremy and Mike Beyond, the artist there at every Comic Con. You guys can go check them out. They are great. Over there at Word Balloon Studios, also, big shout out to my clothing people that I love and I wear every day, RIPT Apparel. All those pop culture. I'm in pop culture life, so, you know, it's the way it is.
All right. So, like I said, we're going to get into these movies. Let's just start it off, gentlemen. All right? Right from the jump, Batman v Superman. Let's get into it. Mike, I know you've seen the theatrical version, but I don't think you've seen the ultimate cut, if I'm not mistaken, right?
No, I mean, honestly, I think I felt the same way a lot of people felt about it. Basically, the first version I saw in the movie theater with you guys, when we went and saw the early viewing of it, just seemed a little jumpy to me. Story wasn't coming together. Just a lot of stuff was just kind of cloudy.
Definitely agree.
You know, but you know, I gotta say that after watching the other version, I was pleasantly surprised at how fluently the actual movie went versus the first one they put out. And to be honest with you, if they would have put that first one out, I mean, I know they're breaking near what I'm not sure. How much did you say? 800,000 in the box office?
I think it's a little under 900 million in the box office, which I mean it's a ton of money.
Yeah,
you have to get a ton of money. But Warner Brothers has to take that as a shot to the belt, man. They did not make the $1 billion mark, and they consider that a failure. Which is the reason why they're doing what they're doing. Anyway, Hal, what did you think about the theatrical version? And then if you've seen the ultimate cut, what did you think about the movie afterwards, if you liked it or hated it?
Well, first and foremost, we go every preview movie. Every night we go see the preview nights. Me, Nick, Mike. That's what we do every time these movies come out. I'm not joking. This is how much we love this. So, you know, theatrical version, like Mike put it, he hit it on the head, honestly. I mean, it was jumpy. We didn't know what the heck was going on. It went from this to that, and it didn't really, I felt like it didn't, you know, when it was done, I was just like, it didn't make sense to me. The movie just didn't catch up. Like when first Bruce falls and he embraces the bats. He doesn't embrace the bats. You know, in the comic books.
Well, I think that was a dream sequence of.
But that's where in the theatrical version, it's a completely different movie.
Right.
Because when you watch the theatrical version, everything makes sense, and it's actually I think it's one of the best movies of the summer. It's definitely up there.
The ultimate
cut, the uncut, the one
that's the one I wanted to do. I call that the only edition.
Listen, that's what they should have released, and everybody would love that movie from the get-go.
Absolutely, I think if they would have released that movie, it would have broke the $1 billion mark. I think it had a rewatchability. I think people would have went and gone and seen it again in the theater instead of one time and leaving and just confused.
My first thought when I watched the first night after we walked out, guys, I promise you, I was like, what?
So
I was disappointed. I was.
Okay, guys.
I was disappointed.
Guys, if I can interject, let's get to the meat and potatoes of the conversation. What did everybody think about Batfleck?
Well, all right. Let me chime in on this.
I like
when the announcement was made. I remember the whole internet blew up.
I know.
Holy crap!
I signed the petition. I'm not gonna lie.
What were you calling him? What were you calling him?
I signed the petition. I'm not gonna lie.
Reindeer games.
I'm sorry.
AJ, I mean,
straight up, I'm sorry.
Listen,
I promise you. I'm gonna tell you where I rank you.
And you can testify to this, Mike. I was on Affleck from day one.
Yeah. I'll give it to you.
I'm not gonna lie. A couple of hours when the news dropped, it took me a little bit, and then I started thinking, and me personally, myself, I like his previous films that he's directed with, like The Town. I mean, stellar movie, Argo. As a director, I mean, this guy has definitely elevated his game. For the last 10 to 15 years, Ben Affleck's game has skyrocketed. He's Warner Brothers' golden boy, bro. That's what it is right now. He's slated to direct the new Batman movie.
I can't wait.
All right, he's producing the Justice League.
Do we have a date on any of that stuff yet?
No, they haven't released anything yet.
No, they didn't do that. Marvel released all the dates for all the movies. Like when they're coming out with this, and when they're coming out with the Infinity Wars and all that.
Right.
Marvel did that.
Now, Jesse
quick.
Eisenberg.
No, real.
okay,
That's what I was going to
hold
break
on.
into.
Whoa.
Before we go into that, before we go into that, I want to hear like some positives.
Hold
Let me
on.
hear some positives out of Batman v Superman.
Listen.
Listen.
You know, whether it's a scene,
Lex
whether
Luthor,
it's
Jesse Eisenberg is Lex
an imagery.
Luthor. Listen, hold on. Jesse Eisenberg is Lex Luthor. In the Ultimate Cut, he's sadistic. He is the truth, and he was the best Lex Luthor ever. He was. You saw how crazy he was. I'm sorry. You
And I can agree with your opinion.
I respect your opinion.
Well, let's not get too ahead of ourselves before we miss out on the positives of this. Let me say, when Batman and Superman met each other first, and that, you know, when he ripped the top off of the Batmobile, I mean, that's just one of the most epic parts of the movie, in my opinion. That and when they went ahead and nuked. What's his name?
Doomsday.
Doomsday and
But-
space.
well,
I mean,
Doomsday
when he charged up, I mean, that was just
and
like
you see
mind-blowing.
zombie, you see
They both
zombie
went up there.
Superman.
Yeah.
That's what I call him, zombie
It
Superman.
was, yeah,
that
no,
was
he straight up because the sun wasn't hitting him.
Right,
he
right,
gets
right.
power from the sun. So once the sun gets him,
Bizarro.
as soon as that's when his eyes got red, and he's like,
Yeah, he
beefed up, and he's like,
energized
yeah,
our
and he
fucking
just got
bunny.
ready to go. You know, when that sun hit him, it's just he was ready.
Yeah.
All right. So, I mean, what are your positives? I mean, besides that, is there like a scene in the movie that captured you that were like, wow, this is like
Scene that really-
insane?
Honestly, the scene that really captured me, I'm not joking you, was theatrical uncut at the very beginning of the movie. I'm sorry, just from the whole dream, just the dream sequence itself, when Ben Affleck says, and it was a dream and he's being lifted up, because
No, that's a positive. No, that's a negative.
That's
a negative.
a positive.
That's a positive.
That's a
Okay.
positive because that's how the movie should have been released. Because when we saw him in the theatrical version, embracing the bats, I was like, why the hell is he embracing the bats? He fears the bats. That's why he becomes Batman. He was supposed to be on the ground shaking, not embracing them.
Well, no, I think that's just a symbol of
that
him
intro,
embracing his fear, like stepping out of the
not
shadow.
that young. When he saw him that young,
Well,
he was
yeah,
as a kid. He was scared of the bats. It
For me,
took him to find his
like
inner
the
fear
scene that like
to become what he is.
whether people want to say like Batman's a murderer in this movie, I think they had a kill count of like 21 people or something.
I mean,
Yeah, that's awesome.
When you really break it
He's
down,
about time.
when you really break it down,
Batfleck
there's,
was
people
badass.
People die in all these
Straight up,
superhero
Batfleck
movies.
was
But
badass.
the warehouse scene where he's just taking people out left
With the
and right.
Batmobile, just
Oh,
slinging
no, I'm
freaking-
talking about inside the warehouse when he's
Oh,
trying to save
Batmobile
Martha.
was
When
dope.
he's trying to
Yeah,
save
that's
Martha.
awesome.
That scene right there,
Yeah, that's awesome.
top notch. I mean, that is Batman. We've never seen a Batman like that. And
No,
that
that's the
sold
truth.
that
That's
sign
true.
sign the check.
Definitely the truth.
Pull the truck behind Ben Affleck's house, dump the money. He's Batman for until he wants to stop playing it. All right, so
Another thing I love about it is when we saw the
Wonder
in the
Woman.
movie.
gotta talk
Well,
about
we
Wonder
got
Woman.
her,
Of course,
but
I was
also,
waiting for
I'm
it.
bringing this up for
I was
the
waiting for
old
it.
comic book heads. If you noticed, there was the Robin suit where it said "Ha ha ha" jokes on you.
Right.
I mean, that means that's Jason Todd. So hopefully in the new Batman movie that they're doing, I hope they're doing
possible
Jason Todd.
spoiler
I
alerts.
hope they're doing a Jason Todd Red Hood. Oh my God, please.
Oh, that would be awesome
Please.
if they do a Batman movie,
Oh,
like
please,
some kind of
please bring Red Hood.
storyline
Bring
with
Jason
the Red
Todd
Hood or
into
Jason
the
Todd.
DC universe. Please do that.
And let's
I
go back
beg
to
of
Lex
you.
Luthor real quick, because for me, the Ultimate Cut, yeah, I understood his plot more, and they touched on him more, so I was more invested. I don't know. I mean, this is just me. I love the score of the movie. But his music for Lex Luthor, I thought it was just too like when that music comes on. I love the music, but when I hear the music come on and him come out, it does nothing for me.
Hold on a
Like,
second. Just hold on a second. Let's see if we can get a clip of this music, guys. Hold on. Let's listen to this clip real quick.
Yeah, no, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work because when I hear that music and someone comes out, like that scene where he's walking down the corridor, like you see behind him, and it's
Yeah.
like dun dun. I want to have somebody that looks like he's gonna whoop my ass, or
You need
like
to, straight
and
up, you need
I
to.
mean, and I understand he's menacing. He is a sick individual. I mean, in this whole movie, he's just in the Ultimate Cut, he's just a much better villain role, I believe.
No, he was great. Honestly.
All right,
theatrical cut.
Wonder Woman. Let's get into it.
Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. When I saw the movie the
you're
first
gorgeous.
time, when she dropped in the first time, when Doomsday was getting ready to drop the freaking bomb on Batman, man, I mean, like I said, that was probably one of the most epic parts of the movie. Matter of fact, I actually left the movie theater thinking, wow, I can't wait to see Wonder Woman versus, wow, this was really a great movie. And that's why it's just so mind-blowing to me that once they put out the theatrical version, how it just came together. It's just, you know.
No, the Ultimate Cut.
I'm sorry, the Ultimate Cut. But, you know, I guess we'll see what they do next with it.
No, I completely agree. That Wonder Woman is just, when she came out, mind you, she really didn't say much.
Gal Gadot pulled it off.
She has the look.
No, when she got
and
when
the
she
little
got into the
conversation
fighting,
that she had with Bruce Wayne in the museum, with the whole, you know.
But when she got into the fighting, she was Wonder Woman to the T.
Yeah. No,
I mean, it was. She's Wonder Woman.
And like Mike said, I definitely, when I left in theater, my head was saying I want to see more Wonder Woman.
Yeah, no, that I'm looking forward to.
Flat out.
I mean, she was Wonder Woman. That was comic book Wonder Woman.
All right, so let's.
Honestly, I couldn't wait.
Anybody else?
I got a question here because I read some people talking about it online. Let's see. Did they do Doomsday any justice? Did they do him justice?
Doomsday, you know.
No.
Doomsday, I don't think so.
Nope. In either version, absolutely not. Because,
you know, I have a feeling we're going to see Doomsday again.
Yeah.
You know, because no one ever dies in these movies. I mean, they say his body's there. He may be rejuvenated. Darkseid comes in. And maybe we'll have an iteration of Doomsday, because every time he keeps getting hit, whether it's the nuke or the explosion with Superman, you can't kill him. But he started growing his bones. That first time, he started growing these bones.
Right, but
maybe we'll have another iteration with Doomsday.
He knows how you kill him, so every time you kill him, he just
gets stronger.
Not only gets stronger, but he knows how he gets killed, so he just Kryptonian blocks out the part. And
all right, now I can see why you guys feel that way. I know you guys probably grew up reading a lot of DC comic books. I'll be honest with you, I was an X-Men guy growing up, so I didn't get a whole taste of Doomsday, as a kid growing up. But first impressions for me as somebody who hasn't seen that much of him. I thought it was awesome, man. The CGI they put into it, to me, those were just some of the most best parts of the movie.
Do his like nuclear bomb thing. That's insane. It looked crazy on the big screen. And that's the thing. This movie, in the Ultimate Cut, unfortunately, we live in South Florida, so we weren't able to see the Ultimate Cut on the big screen when they released it for that one day. But this is a theatrical movie, man. Like the bigger the screen, the better the speakers. I mean, it's a more worldly movie, man, I think. That's just my opinion. But
it's a completely different movie.
Yeah, totally. The Ultimate Cut.
It's a completely different movie.
So now, anything else we want to wrap up on this?
Well, I mean...
you know what? Let's score it. Let's give it a score. What do you think? What's your score? One being the worst, 10.
Well, how about
10
this?
being the best.
How about this? We do the theatrical score. No. Do the theatrical score.
Okay, so give me your score, the first theatrical, and then after you've seen the Ultimate Cut, did it change?
Theatrical from
did it
1
go
to
higher
10.
or lower?
Honestly, first theatrical from 1 to 10, I'm gonna give it about a 3 or 4.
Okay.
I was so disappointed.
Oh, really? Yeah, that's low. I'm not going to go that low.
I was so disappointed. It let me down because, like I said, I'm a comic book person. I grew up reading the comic books.
Yeah.
So
I get it.
And then come see them in life in the big screen. When as a kid I was reading them, it's just like.
But you'd have to say now is that the studio stepping in and cutting the movie all apart.
The actual cut definitely gets a 3 or 4. I left the movies very disappointed. I'm not gonna lie.
Zack Snyder should get a little.
I did.
A little respect.
Well, I mean, I left the movie theater more confused, if anything. I mean, there was some really epic scenes, like I said. I mean, that did blow me away at the time, and maybe I was a little underwhelming, but I'd probably give it a 6 or a 7, to be honest, going in.
That's the theatrical cut.
Yes,
and then how about the did your score change after watching the Ultimate Edition?
Oh yeah, definitely. The score went up 2 or 3 points. Definitely, I'll say the score. I'd say maybe 2. I'd say it went. I thought it was. I thought it was cool. I'd say at least an 8, man. At least an 8. At least 8 or 9.
The ultimate uncut version that they should have released since day 1 is a 10.
A 10.
It is a classic movie.
A 10.
It is a classic movie.
Okay.
This is a movie I can watch anytime, any day, anywhere.
I don't even give it a 10. I know its faults.
Listen.
I know it's
when
faults.
I saw the Ultimate Cut, it was a completely different movie.
No, and that's how it was for a lot of people.
I give it a 10.
It tied things together, and
I respect this movie so much. I can watch this movie. Yeah. I can watch this movie anytime, any day, anywhere, anytime. Right. I can watch it whenever.
Well, for me, the theatrical cut, after watching it, I found more positives than negatives. So, I mean, I gave it a solid 7. But after watching this, the Ultimate Edition, or the only edition as I call it, because that's the only movie that I'd ever recommend. If someone's gonna watch this movie, do not bother with the theatrical cut. Just watch the Ultimate Edition. The Ultimate Edition, I have to give it like an 8.5. You know, just underneath a 9, but because it has its faults. There's some parts in there that are just too much. Like, is she with you? No, I thought she was with you. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I didn't care about that part.
Yeah, that was kind of cheese. It was smothered Velveeta all over the screen.
That scene didn't bother me that much. I mean, not as much as the whole Martha.
Yeah, that too. No, the scene would have been great. It was the writing of that scene.
Hold on.
The actual lines. If they would have switched some lines around.
What bothered me the most in the theatrical version was when you hear Batman speak, we don't know how or why he sounded like that. Then when you saw the uncut version, you see Alfred.
You've seen it in the theatrical cut.
No, you don't.
You did see Alfred. Yes, you did, bro.
No, you did.
He did the test.
He did the testing.
Yeah, he tested it in the theatrical cut.
I don't remember him doing that.
Yeah, it was in that. All right, well, I think that about clears everything up with Batman v Superman. Everyone's got their point across. Obviously, now with the Ultimate Edition, I think more people are more responsive to the movie and accept it more. And I wish they would have released this in the theater.
Yeah, I think we all can agree on that.
You know. So, all right. So that wraps things up for this this review
DC.
on Batman v Superman Ultimate Edition. Continue to keep watching. Subscribe, like.
Stay tuned.
Nick's Movie Picks. And we'll get another one of these going in a little while. See you guys later.